So welcome back to the Adventure Athletes podcast. I'm Paul. I've been on before, so we came back today to have a catch up with Will and see what's on the menu for 2026. So I hope you enjoy the podcast.
But because you've been on the podcast already, we can't go over your call to adventure.
Yeah.
So we're going to start off with a bit of a recap since the last time you've been on the podcast.
Yeah.
Because as we've just discussed, had a bit of a recap for you. It's been a lot.
Yeah, I think we was on 8 ultras when I was your last, and 100, which we debated if we even counted. But I think we settled on it did.
Yep.
And I think I did another 11 ultras after that. No, another 7 and a couple of hundreds as well. So Sirona, Dragon 100, Black Beacon 50, Celtic Ultra, they were like the main ones. So yeah, quite a lot.
Yeah, a backyard thrown in.
Backyard, which didn't go great, but you know, so it is sometimes, you know. I just did 8 yards, got the ultra distance, but then it was like 5 in the morning, so I was like, I messaged my missus and it's like, look, I'm done, come and get me whenever you wake up. So I just had to sleep in the tent. I had a couple of hours sleep in the tent, but yeah, I'm done with backyard, so definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
100%.
yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Line in the sand.
Yeah, I was just like, I just didn't enjoy it. And it's weird because the one in January I loved. But going back, I was like, nah, this isn't for me anymore. I like point to point and long. I think stumbling on these hundreds, I think that's where it's at for me.
Yeah.
It's just, yeah, I think it's like the perfect distance. It's absolutely perfect.
I remember seeing your stories from Sirona, and I was like, he is smashing this. And like, obviously you have your ups and downs during it.
Yeah.
But like, when you was having your ups, I was like, he is fucking loving this. Like,
Yeah, well, it's sunny. It was sunny all weekend.
yeah.
On the coast, you know, the sun setting of Cardigan Bay, I was just like, oh, this is just epic, you know. And pretty much spent 90% of it, or 95, running on my own, which I like. I didn't have any crew, no pacers. It's like, this is just great, you know. Just listening to tunes in the sun. I was like, yeah, I was loving it. Yeah.
See, that is such like a different experience to what most trail runners are looking for. They're like, I want the company. They like having the crew.
Yeah.
They like having pacers and people running with them. And gets too hot, so they're like, oh, I'd like it like a bit milder. Then you got people like me that's like, I hate the coast. And then you're just like exact opposite, like, I'll run on my own for hours as long as it's sunny and I've got a view.
Yeah, that's pretty, yeah, very simple.
Yeah.
Yeah, just give me nice weather and some tunes, and I'm like, yeah, loving it. Yeah, it was perfect. I just loved it. Yeah, did that, you know, it's always like mile 70 to 80, I find it's just like, you have your dark moments, like, and I think that was then about 4 or 5 in the morning, and I was like, I looked back at one of my videos and I was like slurring, and I thought, yeah. So I had a kip in like a bush for 10 minutes. I set my alarm for 5:10, and I like put it on my face. Like, so I thought, because I thought I don't want to sleep now for 2 hours and like ruin my whole run. But I woke up before the alarm at 5:09, so I was like 9 minutes sleep in some like sheep bloody hole behind this bush, like, so. But I felt great. I was like, right. The sun came up then like an hour later, and I was like, yeah, it's good. Like.
You're just back to normal. You're
Yeah,
like, oh, the sun.
Yeah, it's perfect. Yeah, crawled to Llangrannog. I was in a bit of a mess, so I thought I need some fluids. So one of the like guys there, they just brought a jug over, just plopped it down. They went, just drink it, like. So I was like necking like squash. And then I found my poles in my bag, which I knew was like all day, and I thought, you know what, 20 miles to go, he's probably becoming quite handy now. And I was running with these 2 guys, and they were laughing. They were like, oh, finally getting the poles out, because they'd been using them all day, like, you know. It's just, yeah, it's funny.
No, that did seem like your sort of race, to be fair. Yeah, just seeing the clips from you on it, I was like, yeah, this is Paul.
Yeah, I was loving it. It was great. Yeah. I mean, I enjoyed the Dragon 100, you know, that was fun. But, like, that couldn't have gone any better, really. I mean, even like Garmin is saying like, 100% race ready, and I was just like, everything's too perfect here, this is going to be a disaster. But it was fine. And yeah, I mean, that was 27 hours. But I came 18th. Sirona was 32 hours. I came 16th. So, I mean, that's not epic results, but I'm quite pleased getting top 20s and 100s.
I mean, that's
like,
pretty
it's
good
not bad,
going.
like, it's not bad.
Considering your first 100-miler was back and forth down a promenade.
Yeah.
Like,
And that was, I was been thinking about that recently because I spoke to Plod about his roundabout thing, and I'm just like, I got no desire. Because actually, I was going to do one in Llandudno in November, but I was out and about running thinking, do you know what? It's freezing cold. I like the seaside in November. That's just going to be grim. So I kind of let that die out, and it'd be nice if someone else did it. We need another member of the like prom club here,
yeah.
So I did have the idea, but nah, I think I'm not going to bother.
See, this is the problem with me, is I see these things and I'm like, I want to do that. So I'm like, oh, do I join the prom and the roundabout club?
Exactly, yeah.
And I'm just like, shit, do I?
Planned
really
will be
want
class
to?
one as well.
I've never been. I've no idea what it's like there.
It's a really wide prom, like nice arcing, loads of like shops and chippies, for supplies. Yeah, it'd be perfect. Yeah.
Yeah. I think my race calendar's full enough this year, but
There you go.
I keep getting these little challenges in my head, and I'm just like, yeah, okay, like let's look through the calendar and see when I can fit it in. And I'm like, November. We're in February. I can fit my next challenge in November. Okay, cool. Maybe you've overdone it a bit here, Will.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought last year was bad, and then I've looked at this year, and I'm like, it's just getting worse.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. And then I find it funny because then you're like, yeah, the 50 miler, awful experience.
Yeah.
But 100 miler's fine.
It's weird, isn't it? I think my least favourite are like 40 milers because you can smash out like 30. You can grind through that even if you're feeling like awful. But then like a 40 could be another 13 or 14 miles, which could be like 3 or 4 hours. And you're just like, that's a big chunk of time. And I just struggle to like calculate it, in my head.
Yeah.
And it's same with a 50. It's like, you think, oh, it's 50, I've done hundreds. But when you're actually in the moment, it's like, yeah, it's quite far. The 50 mile is far. Like,
Yeah, it's still
it's
very far.
Well, the Black Beacon had 13,000 feet to climb in. And I was just like,
How many horses is that?
oh God, I'll have to get the formula out. Yeah. I'll check that later.
I love that.
Yeah.
That was definitely the highlight of the last podcast for me, was the the horse ultra. Oh, yeah, wild conversation. But yeah, talk to me about the Black Beacons, because you had a bit of a
so the year
horrible time.
before I did the 30, and that started in Llangenida to Pontythorn. They've had issues now with like the base, so they've swapped it to Hay on Wye basically. But this one now starts in Pontythorn if you're doing the 50, so it's going the other way. If you do the 100, obviously you do it both ways. So I thought I'll do the 50 this year because the 30 was pretty savage as well. I thought, well, I'll step up because I thought of the 100, but I was like 100 in November. I mean, it's just a silly idea. So I thought, well, I'll just stick to the 50, and it was horrific. Yeah, it was just. And like Run Walk Crawl, they don't mess around. Their routes are like brutal, and they don't sugarcoat it. You get a briefing at the start, and it's always like, yeah, you're gonna have a terrible day out, and it's like, oh, okay, great. It was raining, the paths was like a stream, so I was doing faster miles going up mountains because I just couldn't run down them. I was just slipping everywhere. So I've never hit the deck more in my life, but luckily, because it's so boggy, it was like soft landing, so it was just laughable by the end.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got a nice collection of pictures from the photographer because they know exactly where to stand and they, slipping on my ass. But Yeah, I mean, it was great, but it's brutal. Like, that is not one to underestimate. Like, you know.
Yeah.
But I highly recommend doing the Black Beacon. Yeah.
Any distance or like the 50 specifically?
The 50's nice. The 50's like a nice sweet spot, I think.
Yeah.
If you really want to like test, do the 100. Because not only is it, you know, brutal, it's an out and back, so you've got that extra like psychological stuff to deal with.
Yeah.
Because, you know, yeah, it's just like, just knowing you got to go back to the Black Beacons at the end, Black Mountains at the end, you know. It's just like, savage, absolutely savage. But that's on the list.
Yeah.
For this year. It's penciled in.
Yeah.
So,
not set in stone, but...
Well, the good thing with that, because like no one enters it, because it's so like nasty, you can sign up like the week before, you know, so it just won't sell out.
Yeah.
So I'll just wait until...
You say that now that you've said it on the podcast, everyone's going to be going to sign up, so they're going to be like, Paul said.
Yeah, I won't have a place then, yeah. You get it.
You should just then be like, well, they've all signed up because of me, so can I get a free entry?
Yeah.
That'll be class. Yeah, so you've done the hundreds, the 50. Went for the backyard again.
Yeah.
What happened this time with that one? Because you really did enjoy that first one.
Yeah, so it was exactly the same route, exactly the same venue, and when I did 50 miles in January, I was like, do you know what? I enjoyed that so much. Let's go back and do like the ton, you know. But then in the meantime, you know, I wasn't expecting to run 300s last year. You know, that was just like, it just kind of happened. You know, they weren't really planned. And I'd been on holidays and stuff. I came back and I was just like, I'm just not up for this, you know. And they switched the time, which I thought I'd prefer. So they started in the evening. So it was running through the night, which usually I don't mind. But I was just like, I just couldn't be asked, you know. And I don't like to quit, but there was no way I wasn't going to hit like an ultra distance while I was there. So I thought I'll just do that. I'll call it.
Yeah.
And I thought that's a sensible decision, you know, for once.
First time ever.
Yeah, I thought that's sensible, you know. Didn't have a why, so it was like, what am I trying to prove here, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, there's no way I'm going to get 100, so let's just call it.
Yeah.
Go.
No, that's fair.
So,
is there anything else on that list that we've missed out then? Just catching up?
The only other one was the Celtic Ultra, so I was in start of December, but I DNF'd there back in like 2021, I think. So I turned up then totally undertrained, you know, I wasn't really into this volume of running and stuff. And I thought, I can blag this, and I got to like Cummer, and I was like, yeah, I'm done here. I can't be doing this. Like, so I got to the checkpoint, took my timing band off. I was like, I'm going. So, but it's bugged me for like 5 years.
Yeah.
And then I entered last year, and I had an eye injury, so I couldn't do it. So it's been my like race I've never like been able to finish, you know. So I thought, right, this is the year. So I did, and I finished it, and I was pleased.
Yeah.
But it's brutal though, because it's like 3 massive climbs. It's like 5,500 feet for a 30-odd mile. You know, it's quite spicy.
Yeah.
But like they just long climbs, and there's like 3 of them, and then the rest is fire road. So I was absolutely like battered, like, and I obviously picked the wrong trainers. I should have bought something that was like bouncier. So my feet were in bits, like. So it's just like running on concrete, you know. Like 5 mile long downhills, and you just sprint it, and your hips are just like. Oh.
I love a fire road.
Yeah, same. I like a fire road. I don't like 34 mile of fire road, you know. It's, you know, when they link in nice bits of trail, perfect. You know, you get your like average speed up or down or wherever. You know, yeah, no arguments. But like, you can't base a whole like ultra on fire roads. You know?
I think I'd quite like it.
Well, you should do it because you'd absolutely smash that one, like, honestly. Because it sounds like a lot of climbing, and it is, but it's quite runnable, like, you know.
Yeah.
Because like the last climb, it's almost 5.5 miles, like straight up Irikos from the other side. And if you're like happy running on mega steep. You could just absolutely smash that, like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did a fair amount of running around that way when I first met Courtney.
Yeah.
And I was just like, that's like her playground. And
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this is awesome. I didn't realise it was like so close to me. Like, it's not mega close. Like,
Yeah,
it's
it's not
still a
far.
bit of a drive, but
Yeah.
I'm like, it's not that far either. So, yeah, I really enjoyed it for like a good like month or two. And then I haven't been back since.
Yeah.
I keep meaning to go back and I'm like, oh, it's just the drive in and I can just
Yeah.
run from here. And
That's it, isn't it? Yeah.
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 Which is why I've got so much respect for you going out and doing all these bloody recce's. Because I'm just like, as
Yeah.
great as it is to know the route, I'm like, do I really want to drive that far to run?
Well, see, I wasn't that keen on doing recce's, but like loads of people then were like, "Oh, should we go and do this and that?" And I was like, "Well, it'd be nice to have a little," because we've got a nice little gang at the moment, you know, doing them, and it has been pretty good running with people now.
Yeah.
But it's been every weekend, and it's been just horrible. You know, like the first or the second weekend of January, we did the 3 Peaks in Abergavenny, and the weather was just ridiculous. Like, I mean, so down in the valley, it was like okay, it was like quite mild, and then as soon as we hit like top of Blorenge and top of Sugarloaf, it was just nasty. Like, it's like some of the worst weather I've been in.
Yeah.
It's like ice, proper like sideways sleet and stuff. And I was just like, I don't know if I want to do the last peak. It's like, and everyone was like, shut up. We doing it. Oh, it's just horrific. Yeah, so I think I've recce'd now 150 miles.
Fair play.
So,
Of a 200 miler.
yeah.
Like,
So I don't know the start, but I mean, that's the first day, and you know, you're probably going to be in the day fresh, so it's like,
yeah.
you won't be spread out, so I'm not that bothered. But we did like checkpoint and a half in the boulder field and that, you know, because that's, for me, that's like the crux probably of the route. But the boulder field was fine. There's actually like a path through it.
Yeah.
But like, obviously, if you hit that in the dark or mist, it's gonna be a nightmare.
Yeah.
But we did it in the day and it was fine. The worst bit was after that, when you go through the quarry. It's just like open moorland, but the GPX was going like haywire. It's like, so you're like on the line, you walk 2 yards and you're like 10 yards off it. And we were just like, what's going on here then?
Yeah.
So I think it's, with stuff like that, it's easy to just take a bearing and just go, you know, go straight.
Yeah. I paced someone through that section last year,
okay.
Liz. And yeah, she was blown away by, obviously she's 150, 40 miles in to the race, so she's in bits anyway. But she was like, you had your hands in your pocket just skipping along the boulder field. And I was just like, well, yeah, like, it's not that bad.
Yeah, no.
And then she was like having to like crawl over bits and stuff.
Yeah.
And then we got through the next bit and she was like, I've never not got lost going through that moorland bit.
Yeah.
Before you go down and then up to the castle. And I was like, yeah, no, it's not that bad. And it was a sunny day.
Yeah.
It's quite nice when we were going through it. I know it was really bad the day after. For the people that were behind her, like us going into that night, like that was rough for people. But when I was doing it with her, it was
nice.
Yeah, cold, and I was like, oh, this is quite a nice day.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. If
it's a good day
if
out.
you get weather like that, it's like, oh, this is fine. You know, yeah, definitely.
We could see for miles.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you weren't really gonna ever get lost there, I don't think. But yeah, like you're saying, as soon as the mist comes in, fucked.
Yes, like I did a little recce. You know, I don't even know if it was this year, last year, I can't even remember. Did like Van Vour. So I like to go in the dark on my own because, you know, I think if you want to do any like big stuff, you got to be prepared to just be out on your own in the dark, basically, like, you know. And it was so misty, all I could see was like, because obviously it shines back, doesn't it? Your head torch, like. So when you had like 3 foot bloody circle around me. So I only did 10 miles, it took me like 3.5 hours. Because I couldn't see anything, like, you know?
Yeah.
You start running, you're like, well, I'm missing a path here. It's just like, oh. But then in the daylight, it would be absolutely easy, you know?
Yeah.
As soon as you get a touch of mist, like, it's different sport, like.
No, it is wild, to be fair. Just how much the weather can affect the race, and when you're doing something like 200 miles, that can play a big factor in
definitely,
like even just finishing the race.
Honestly, if it's going to be like this for Wildhorse, this is going to be like carnage. Like, I mean, that's concerning me at the moment, that stuff drying out, because stuff's not even runnable at the moment.
Yeah.
Because we did Abergavenny to Crickhowell, that 28-mile section, and it's just like you can't run it. It's just bogs, like, and you're like, you're on a ridgeline thinking, well, I'll make up some time here, and it's like you just can't. Because I was thinking, 80 hours, that would be my target, but I know they've made the route tougher this year, and if the weather's like this, honestly, I'd be happy with anything under 100 hours at the moment. Like, I don't know.
No, it'll be good. It'll be good.
Well, I'm stockpiling like waterproofs at the moment. It's just like, because lots of my stuff's quite old. My like proper hardcore like waterproofs from like when I used to do mountains and stuff. So I'm spending a fortune on reproofing spray. So I'm like, right, I'm on Vinted now, buying up like Berghaus stuff. So it's like any like half decent Berghaus jacket, I'm just buying it. Yeah.
I need to invest in a running waterproof jacket, because I've got a really waterproof one.
Yeah.
But it is not suitable for running.
Yeah.
It is way too thick. It's like 3 layers and it's heavy as shit.
Yeah.
And I have done ultras in it, and every time, because you're either soaked from the rain because you've got to take your jacket off, or you're soaked from sweat because you're sweating even in freezing temperatures because you're trying to run.
Yeah.
So I'm like, no, I do. At some point, I will invest in a proper...
Yeah, it's a nightmare. Like, it's like, I think big coats are good because they just give you that, like, so like, put the massive hood up and you just feel a bit out of that rain, it's more like a psychological thing, because it's not going to keep you driving along.
Yeah.
But at least you like feel a bit happier. But yeah, just another part of the game, innit? You have to deal with, like, another problem to solve, isn't it?
Yeah. So going into, like, I've got to ask it, like, the call to adventure, like, what's kept you adventuring? What's been your more recent call to stay adventuring?
Yeah. Well, I always said like last year was going to be the year where I just go like crazy and just do everything and go wild. So, I did that. Like 17 ultras. Managed to do over 2,000 miles. That wasn't a target, but I was like, I'm quite close. Let's just do it.
Yeah.
And I honestly think I was maybe like devaluing some races, by turning up and just thinking, it's only 30 miles, whatever. And I think just showing a bit of lack of respect, So this year, I'm being much more selective in what I'm going to do. So it's like bigger, longer, but fewer events. So I'm still testing myself, but on longer events, if you know what I mean. So
yeah,
I'm going to hand pick like stuff that looks like brutal, instead of cramming in races everywhere. Some are just pointless. It's like I'm not getting anything out of it.
Yeah.
So, like, my favourite ones last year was like Rasses Urbanae, because that is just savage. The hundreds were great, and then the Black Beacon, they were my favourites because they were so difficult. When you're on the border of completing them, you don't know what's going to happen. I think that's the most interesting bit.
Yeah.
Just keeps it fun, isn't it?
I've been reading a lot about this Japanese concept called a masogi. Don't know if you've heard of it.
No.
It's basically come from, like, it was like ancient scriptures, and then it got passed down to like Aikido and stuff, and it would be like a bunch of monks would go and do this like horrendous walk, basically hours up into the mountains, and go to this waterfall and submerge themselves in freezing cold water as a way of like reframing their whole year. Like they would do it once a year, and then it's been taken more recently into just like people doing one really hard thing each year to change the way they see and react to day-to-day life for the rest of the year. Like, if you can do that, like, the daily challenges become less. I didn't realise, like, I've known about that for a while, but I didn't realise there's, like, certain, I don't want to say rules, but, like, criteria for it to, like, count as a Misogi.
Right.
Like, if you have the perfect day out on the trails or whatever, there should be about a 50-50 chance of you succeeding.
Nice.
It can't be like, oh, well, I'm going to sign up. It could be like, I'm going to run my first marathon. That could be your Misogi. But it can't be like, I'm going to run my first marathon and I'm going to have a really good 12-week block training for it, so I know I can get there, and if I have the best day going, I'm going to finish it. It's got to be like, well, if I have the best day, can I still finish it? I don't know. And, like, that's what it sounds like your 200 is like, if I have perfect weather, it's still going to be like, is this doable?
Yeah, I'm not taking it, you know, I don't even know exactly. I just don't know if it's doable, you know.
But either way, whether you finish it or you don't, like, you're going to have learnt a lot about yourself, which you can carry on through daily life, and that's the point of these things, right?
Yeah, definitely, yeah. And also, you know, I've turned up to stuff in the past, half-cooked, and had a miserable time. I'm done with that, you know. It's like, I'm going to have a fighting chance now at any event I turn up at finishing, you know.
Yeah.
Whether that's like a 50 or a 200, I'm going to put in the hard graft.
Yeah.
So at least I've got a chance. And, you know, I don't want to let myself down then by turning up and then quitting, and you know you haven't put the work in, you know. It's like, if I fail, it won't be because I haven't put the effort in beforehand, you know.
Yeah, there's so many things that can go wrong.
Yeah.
Like, these things aren't just about, oh, well, I've trained really hard, so I deserve this.
Yeah, no.
Like, the trails don't care how much work you've put in. You care how much work you've put in, and you want to be like, I've given myself, like you're saying, the best fighting chance of finishing. But if you don't finish, you're like, yeah, it's not my day.
Yeah.
Trails don't care.
Yeah,
So,
exactly. Yeah.
It's a good mindset to have, and it's one that I struggle with personally. Like, if I don't finish something, no matter how hard I've trained, I'm always like, I should have finished that.
Yeah.
It's not good enough. Why didn't you do that?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that's part of the battle itself, really, is accepting that you can't finish everything. Like, you're going to fail at some things. And failure's probably a bad word, because you're still learning, right? You've taken away something from that experience.
Yeah, I mean, if it, you know, goes wrong, I would hope I'd learn something from it, you know.
Yeah.
Otherwise, what's the point? And I'd be gutted then.
Yeah.
And I would definitely be retiring to take up the drums, like my original plan was.
Hey, mate, there's still time.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to get my wife to buy me a drum kit.
Yeah.
Because she's like, all you ever go on about is running. And I was like, well, you know what you have to do? Buy me a drum kit and I'll quit running. I'll take up the drums. So, you know, it's very simple. That hasn't happened yet.
No, I think that's like probably a pretty poor trade-off for her, because she goes from like a nice quiet house, peaceful on her own, to then not just you being there, but you being there smacking the shit out of some drums, like
Keith Moon in the next room, like smashing everything up.
Yep. So yeah, I know what I'd pick. pick the running every time. Be like, no, it's okay. You go running. What do you think's the biggest challenge that you're going to face with Wildhorse?
I think it's trying not to get like overwhelmed with the distance. So, you know, I know everyone says, oh, you just work checkpoint to checkpoint. I get that. It's very difficult to do that sometimes as well.
Especially when the first two checkpoints are like 35 miles apart?
I think 132, 136. You know, it's so difficult, I think, just narrowing it down to like 8-hour blocks or whatever, 8 to 9 hour blocks, you know. Because you'll finish one. You know, we've done loads of recce's, and you finish them, and you're knackered, like. And I'm like, I gotta do this now, another 9 times. It's like, can I do that? I just don't know. You know, I just don't know, like. you know, in the Boulderfield one, we did from like Tabernagarreg, so it's like a checkpoint and a half over to Llandesant or Llandavia. It was like 29 miles. I was absolutely battered by the end. And that's, you can have 150 miles in your legs. It's like, you know, starting to doubt myself when you're getting back after that and just thinking, I don't know, you know, I don't know if I can do this. And then, you know, kit-wise, I'll be ready. Planning-wise, everything's going to be like sorted, you know. So none of that will be left to chance. It'll be something stupid then, like your feet like fall to bits, you know, or something, you know.
I'm really, as you know, because I've messaged you about it, I'm really interested in how you plan for this. Because like you said, like you're like, yeah, everything's going to be sorted. You've got full confidence in that.
Yeah.
That is an area that I lack. I don't think that's a surprise to anyone. I'm very spontaneous. I'm like, I want to do this thing. They're like, cool. Like, have you thought about it? No. I'm turning up and I'm doing the thing.
Yeah.
Whereas you're very much like, I've planned, like, when you put up that story and you've got like a booklet.
Yeah.
Yeah. I need some of that in my life.
Well, you need
like,
to see my new one today. I've gone digital now.
You've gone digital.
I've gone digital, yeah.
Very fancy.
So we're on Trello now. So project management software. No more books. We digital.
Nice. You could turn this into an app or something.
Yeah. Like
you put in the details of your race, and then it's like.
So what I've got is at the moment you can use like I think they're called tiles, I think, and you can add like check lists in digital checklists. So you list your kit then, you know, what you need. Then once you tick them, gives you a percentage you've ticked off and stuff. You can assign things to people as well. So if you've got a crew or whatever and you want them to do something, you can add those people, assign them tasks. You know, it's brilliant. Love it. So I've got one for mandatory kits, so where I need in my pack all the time. And then another one for my drop bag, so everything I'm going to keep in there. And then I've got one with all the checkpoints and things. Just to see then, I'll put notes in each checkpoint of what I might fancy.
Yeah.
But I mean, I know when I start though, that'll go out the window. You know, it'll just be like, you won't fancy something at checkpoint 4, you know, you'll fancy something else. So if you plan it too much and it goes wrong, it might throw you as well, you know what I mean? So you've got to be like a bit careful what you do.
Yeah, it's got to be fluid.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
I know some people that have like you're saying, they've planned too much and then it's gone bad and then it's ruined their whole race. But I know other people that have like Liz, who I crewed on Wildhorse. She does a lot of backyard ultras, and I've crewed her on a backyard ultra, and she's like lists on lists, and she hangs them up in the tent, and she's like, if this happens, you do this. If this happens, you do this. These are my laps. These are like predicted times or whatever, and then this is what I want you to do each lap. This is when I eat. This is what I eat. This is when I take this, and this is when I do this, and I'm not allowed caffeine until this time. And it's like anyone can turn up and crew her as long as you're willing to stay up overnight to do it, because it is that like she leaves, I look at the list, what do I do next lap? Cool, get that ready, here you go Liz. Then she's like, great, thanks, and then she goes again, and then it's like, what's the next lap? And it is just that meticulously planned, and she sticks to it religiously, and it works for her. Fair play. I wouldn't say I'm pretty laid back, to be honest. Like, you know, I don't care about like crews and that. I don't care about eating. I'll eat anything. So do you have a crew for Wildhorse?
No crew, no paces. Raw dog in it.
No headphones, no pack, no food, no water. Nothing. Just me in the mountains. No,
I'll have my wife on like emergency standby. But you know, I just don't like a fuss. You know, I just don't, and I don't want to like bother people either, because you know, it could be, you don't know, do you, when you're going to arrive somewhere? I don't want someone waiting all night because I've turned up 4 hours late and it's like 3 a.m, you know. It's like, I'll just do it myself, you know.
well, if you need a hand, I'm going to be crewing some people. So if I'm like, because the checkpoints are fucking miles apart, so it's like I can wait a good few hours at a checkpoint for someone to come in before I have to leave to get to the next one for whoever I'm crewing, and vice versa. So like, yeah, if you're about in that time gap, I'll give you a hand, mate.
No worries.
Like,
yeah, I mean, I'll have a think if I want some people, but at the moment I'm just like, do you know what? It's not even a focus of mine, like a crew or anything. So.
And you know enough people running it that like, if you're with them for sections, like they're probably gonna have crew.
Yeah,
they'll help you out as well.
Yeah.
Like,
but again, you know, I'm really like low maintenance. I just am. It's like I turn up, you know, someone will fill my bottles. I'll eat wherever, you know, and then I'm off. It doesn't have to be complicated, you know. It's just like
I like it.
Yeah.
I feel like I need more planning because I set myself these big challenges, and then I'm like, oh well, I need a crew, and I need people to help me with this and that, and I'm fundraising, and I'm just trying to make up every way that I can give myself the best chance of success, mostly because it's a fundraiser.
But your challenge is a bit different than they. You actually like need like a support network.
Yeah,
because
I suppose,
if you know what I mean.
Because I don't have like the actual checkpoints there and a medical team that can help me. Yeah, no, fair point.
And it's a lot more work, you know. Like 6 in 6 was just, you know, logistically, that was like crazy, you know.
Shout out, Joe. Haven't mentioned you in a while, but yeah, I
would have been struggling to organise that, you know. Yeah, that was logistically heavy, like, you know. And I mean, obviously the running was tough, but stuff behind the scene as well, you know, I imagine was
the running's just running.
Yeah,
easy. This is what I tell people, like, that was probably the best week of my life because all I had to do was run with my friends and eat a lot.
Yeah.
And then I was getting driven about everywhere. People were buying me things. When I say things, food.
Yeah.
People were buying me food. And like whatever I wanted, it would be there. Like when we was doing Howham together, and it was just like my parents would rock up. Do you want a bacon roll? Yeah. I would.
Yeah, fire up the pan. Yeah.
Oh, do you want some brownies? Yes, I would love some brownies. Thank you very much. When I did Ridham on the last day, I remember we ran. I've said this story so many times, but I love it. Ran past the kids' party, and I was just like, "Oh, do you reckon?" I was just trying to distract myself.
Yeah.
Because I was just in bits. I was like, "Do you reckon they got jelly and ice cream?" And someone was like, "Yeah." I was like, "I love jelly and ice cream," and then behind my back, people are messaging being like, oh, Will wants jelly and ice cream, like, can we get him some before he gets to the next checkpoint? And I just remember like being in a state a bit dozed away, and I just sit in my blue camping chair. I'm just sat there and I'm like eating pickles and brownies. Shout out for Paul getting me jar of pickles, by the way. I have to get that in the podcast.
Pickle supply.
Yeah. Oh, I've got plenty, mate. But yeah, I was just eating pickles and brownies, and then I just get handed a bowl of jelly and ice cream, and I was just like, oh my god, like,
nice.
How did you know? And like, obviously people are messaging, but I was just like, this has come out of nowhere. Like, I said jelly and ice cream, and I got jelly and ice cream. Like,
so was it a kids' party, or was it like hallucinating?
Oh no, there was a kids' party. 'Cause I did ask, because I don't know why. I just, in my head, it didn't look like somewhere for a kids' party to be going on, and I was just like, and it was like a weekend as well. It was a Sunday, and I was like, that's not school. Like, why is there loads of kids shouting? And someone's like, that's a kids' party, Will. And I'm like, really? And then I was like, do you reckon they got jelly and ice cream? That's just where my head went. I was like, jelly and ice cream, food. Oh,
nice.
But yeah, that week, that was the experience of my week. Like, I run with friends really far. I do something really hard. I didn't run any of it alone, really, unless I wanted to.
Yeah.
Like on Howham, where I just shot off.
Yeah.
Just left you all, and I was like, I'm running up a fire road, guys.
Yeah, I'd give you like 20 minutes, and I was like, that's enough. And luckily, I was like peaking fitness then, so I was like, right, let's catch him.
Yeah. You did, fair play. Because I was not holding back on that hill.
Yeah. But
No.
you know, it's like you were challenging it. It's like, if you want to go blast up the hill, fine.
Yeah.
You know, you get a bit of a leash. Then it was like, that's enough. I'm coming.
And to be fair, like, you did then pop up at, like, about the right time, because I was like, I'd got it out of my system enough that I was like, oh, it'd be nice to talk to someone
Yeah.
now. And then, like, you rock up behind me, I was like, oh,
Yeah.
Paul's here. Like, I wasn't like, because there were times where I was like running and I was like, oh, I just want to be alone for a bit, and I'd run and then people would catch up to be like, you okay?
Yeah.
It wasn't like that where I was then being like, oh, I still want to be alone.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, just, it was, yeah, perfect timing. So,
Yeah, I think, you know, it's the experience of like being a pacer and stuff, you know, it's like you kind of sense what people want,
yeah.
you know, to be like an effective pacer. It's kind of like anticipating who you're with, the mood they're in, that type of thing, you know. If they're down, sometimes you do need to back off, you know.
Yeah.
So, and you just kind of becomes instinctive then, so it's like, if he clearly wants to stretch his legs, that's fine, you know.
Crack on.
With, you know,
It's not like I was going to be able to run all day without you lot, to be fair, because, like, well, you saw what I was like. There'd be times where I was like, I'm just going to sit down now.
yeah, and that the long tarmac road up on the top of the crest of the hill, it was like, I think I'll have to sit down this grass. And I
Yeah.
was like, yeah, okay. It was lovely.
Yeah. But it's not like
Yeah.
I was in no state to, like, race it. Like, there were points, like you were saying, I'm going to stretch my legs, I'm feeling pretty good here.
Yeah.
And I'm going to have a good blast, and then I'm going to need to sit down.
Yeah, yeah.
And it was the same when I did, like, all the way up until Ridham the last day, where there was points where, although my quick blasts were, like, an easy running pace for most people, like,
Yeah.
I was using poles and doing, like, 6:37-minute kilometres, and I was like, oh, I'm going for it. And then, like, 5
Yeah.
minutes later, I'd be like, oh, I'm done now, I'm sitting down.
Yeah.
Cool, catch up, guys, it's fine, I'm just going to have a lie down here.
Yeah.
And it's just, you just have moments like that when you're doing a big challenge, and it's like, right, I'm going to go now, but everyone's going to catch up with me. There's no way they're not going to catch up with
Yeah.
me. They're all fresh, like,
Yeah.
and if you're not catching up with me and I've, like, run off, then, like, one of us has either got lost or you're in no state to be,
Yeah.
like, joining in.
Yeah, yeah. Definitely, yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, everyone caught up with me on every day. Like, there was no point where I could completely outpace someone, because that's ridiculous. I'm not that good a runner, unfortunately. I wish I was that good.
Yeah, just blast off.
Just be like, oh yeah, can you come pace me on, like, a 200 miler, apart from I'm just going to run faster than you can
Yeah.
for the whole time, and you're doing 10 miles. Like, that'd be a great position to be in. I don't think the winner of these races are doing that, but you never know. There are some quick people out there.
Yeah, some of these times, you're just like, how's this happening? Like, you know.
Do you see the women's world record 100 milers being broken?
Yes. So I don't take any interest in, like, pro athletes and stuff. I don't know anybody. But I saw that, and I was like, what? It's like 7-minute miles or something for 100 miles. It's like,
Yeah, just over 12 hours.
that's like, come on, man. Is that... just doesn't seem right.
It's, yeah, because I did that YouTube video where I run a lap of the track at different world record paces, and I remember doing the 100-mile world record pace, and I remember, like, off camera going to John being like, is this right?
Yeah,
And he was like, yeah, no, like, I've triple checked it. I was like, that's fast.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm like, I could do this, like, the 100-mile world record pace. I was like, I could do this for, like, 5k, 10k,
10k. Yeah.
maybe a half.
Yeah.
You then start getting to marathon, you're like, could I?
Nah, I couldn't, like.
And then getting down to, like, the 50k, I remember doing the 50k world record pace and finishing the lap and being like, I'm struggling doing a lap,
Yeah, right.
and you're doing 50k?
No, I don't get it, like.
Wild. I just, yeah.
And most of them, like, work and stuff. It's like, how are they doing it?
Yeah.
You know, what's this training like? What are they doing, like?
I mean, I look at Ellis. He's a phenomenal athlete. Just yeah, he joined me on some of the 6, and I've raced Rhythm against him last year, because I then did Rhythm again, obviously, because it's me. And I was like, I'm going for this, and I came top 10, and I was like, 5 hours 18.
Yeah,
I'll take
nice.
that for a 50k. And then I saw that Ellis was doing it, and I was like, oh, where'd you come? It was like, oh, second. I was like, what was your time? Oh, 4:15. I was a minute off first. I was like, an hour ahead of me on that course.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah, it's wild. Like,
the difference between top 10 and top 3 is wild.
yeah.
I'm like, you're cutting off an hour.
Yeah.
Do you know how many people finished in the hour after me? Loads. Like, phenomenal athlete. Like, watching him run uphill, and it looks effortless.
Yeah.
The worst thing I've ever done is follow him on Strava.
Yes.
Always looking at his paces, running in the Brecons, and it's just like, oh yeah, okay, you're doing 4-minute kilometres uphill.
Yeah.
Cool.
Nah, that's not fair.
Can't do it on the flat, but sure.
Not fair. Like, making us look bad.
Yeah. Trail running is meant to be slow and fun.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's why I prefer like the longer distance. It doesn't show up my like slowness. You know?
Oh yeah, it's just amazing what the level of performance you can do as like a amateur athlete.
Yeah.
Like you said, they've got jobs, they've got lives, Ellis has got a kid. Like, he's got a newborn, and he's still out running loads, and at a good pace, and yeah, although he didn't have a kid before, when he's probably built up that fitness, he still had a job.
Yeah.
He still had a wife. Like,
you know, there's no, you know, it's not like a professional sport. The people we hang out with, you know, in South Wales, like, you know, not really.
yeah.
No. It's not like UTMB, is it, you know?
No. Yeah, I don't think I know any professional runners,
No.
like, at all. And I've done 3 years of podcasting, mostly runners.
Yeah.
So, you know, and they're all phenomenal athletes, like, yourself included. And it's like, you've got a job and, like, a wife, and, yeah, like, you're still out there doing 100 miles back and forth on a promenade. Like...
Yeah, no, I get lots of spare time, like. Wife's so busy, so I'm like, yeah, fine, I'll just go running. Yeah.
Yeah, but still, like, you compare that to professional athletes, that's like, that is their job. They don't have a 9 to 5. They're not working 40 hours a week. Imagine how much more you could do with an extra 40 hours in your week. And not just that, like, remove the life stress of having a job and things on your mind, and like, they've got some other stresses, like, depends on the level of athlete you are, right? But like, some of them, it might be like, well, I have to do well in this race, otherwise I lose sponsorship, and then how do I pay my bills? There's obviously a bit of that, but like, for certain athletes, it's like, no, like, I'm pretty solid, like, this is my life.
I do, like,
But like, even thinking of it like this, like, most people in the Olympics have actually got a day job. Wild. How?
Yeah.
Why? Like, why is that a thing, that you're such a good athlete that you're representing your company, your country, in the biggest competition that there's ever been, and you have to work a day job?
Yeah, fly home, back to work.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's mad, though.
I can't get my head around it. I really can't. But, yeah. Because I would love to be a professional athlete if I could just get paid to train. I don't even care in what sport. Really don't.
Whatever, like.
Just let me train.
Yeah.
Like, tell me what sport I'm doing. If you're like, well, you have to learn how to bobsled in the next year. Cool.
Let's do it. Like,
I'll do it.
Yeah,
like,
nice.
Where do I start?
No, I would do that. That would be awesome.
I've been watching... Well, I haven't even been watching bobsled. I've been watching clips of people that do bobsled train, and I'm like, that looks awesome.
Yeah.
That looks
does look
so
class.
fun.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
there's not many sports that I look at and I'm like, I really want to do that. That is one.
Yeah, it does look like fun.
What other sports would you sort of look at and be like, you know what, I'll give that a go? Like, what's like your bucket list of sports?
That's a very good question. Well, I used to play rugby when I was in school and football, but now I'm into American football.
Okay.
So I probably spend more time watching that than anything else. I mean, I'd be terrible at it. I'm absolutely tiny. I get like rinsed, but. So American football I love, not to play it. I mean, I've always fancied rowing, but I'm too short. So, I'd never be like allowed in the boat or whatever.
Yeah.
But that looks cool. I like rowing, yeah. And I used to be a cyclist, so maybe...
That's quite like a bit of a weird mix there.
Yeah.
Cycling, rowing, and American football.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. That's my three, yeah. Yeah. Oh, and I like basketball as well.
See, I'd love basketball.
Yeah.
But I love like jumping and stuff, don't I? So like...
I'm only like 5'8", so I'm not dunking, but 3-pointers, just stick me on the, on the line. I'll do that. Yeah, so...
Yeah, basketball's definitely up there for me. Like, I was like obsessed with Jordan after the documentary.
Yeah.
Class documentary.
It's good, yeah.
Like, I've always respected Michael Jordan, but like that was like another level. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it's good.
And then like, yeah, watching all the stuff, and like I've got like his book up there, Kobe Bryant. Phenomenal athlete. And I look at certain sports and I'm like, what athletes are performing so well that they could then go and perform in like a variety of different sports?
Yeah.
Basketball is definitely one. Bobsled, like, I've seen races where a bobsled athlete has beaten a sprinter in 100 meters. Like, because they're just doing loaded sprints to start.
Yeah.
And it's just like, wow.
Yeah.
Like, they're incredible athletes. I always go to parkour and free running because that was my sport. But
nice.
The versatility of that and the athletic qualities, like, you'll watch them, they can get into Olympic lifting and do quite well. They can get into gymnastics and do fairly well. They can get into rock climbing and do fairly well.
Yeah, nice.
Like myself, I've got into ultra running. Surprisingly, parkour's helped me, especially on the downhills.
Yeah.
Like, everyone's seen me run a downhill now and I'm just like bounding about and they're like, bloody hell. Like,
yeah.
versatility.
Woodwork,
yeah, it's great.
Nice.
Yeah, so I've obviously got a fascination with sports and I'm like, what's the most versatile sport? Like, how do I sign up?
Yeah, nice.
Going back to running then, what's like the main goal with Wildhorse? I know you said less than 80 hours, but like, what's the goal, but what are you hoping to learn from it?
Yeah, well, I think I've written like 3 things down. It's like I want to finish, and I want to finish like well. So I don't want to be like dying when I'm crawling. I don't want to crawl over the line, I want to actually like have some memory of it and it'll be good, Like, I've got no interest in like suffering for like 100 hours, If I can do it in 80, I'm going to take that. I don't want to be out there clinging on at the end.
Yeah.
So that really, it's just put in a good show, for myself, not showing off, like... Yeah, to put in a good performance that I'll be pleased with, really.
Yeah.
So...
Almost like an expression of your training, because like you're saying, you're putting in the work for this.
Yeah.
So that I always love to see competitions as the celebration of training, because a great saying is everyone at the start line of the 100-meter Olympic finals has got the same goal of winning gold.
Yeah.
The person that's winning gold is the person that's had the best systems in place in their training. So it's like, you can have the goals, but like, what really matters on the day is what have you done to prepare for them.
Yeah.
So yeah, I never see competition as like the be all and end all. It's like, no, that is the celebration of the work you've put in. If you have that mindset, like, you're training way harder than everyone else.
Yeah, nice. Yeah. And I mean, it's just it's an adventure as well, isn't it? You know, it's 200 miles, like, you know, it's going to be awesome. So I just like problem solving. I like those like challenges, you know, stuff, little games along the way. So yeah, I mean, it's just a huge challenge.
Yeah.
But I like challenging myself physically. I like challenging myself, you know, mentally, like, you know. So that's what it's all about for me. Now I'm not content just, you know, wasting away or whatever. It's like, let's see what we can do. See where it goes, you know.
Yeah. Why not, like, because it seems like it's mostly just mountains. Like, the more elevation in these races, the better for you. Why not, like, a flat one?
I'm just not very good at it. Like, and my legs seem to go to sleep. It's so weird. Like, we'll do loads of mountains. We'll hit a stretch of tarmac, and you're thinking, oh, great, bit of peace and quiet. And my legs just go like, nah. It's so weird, like. I don't know, yeah. Because I think there's more pressure when it's flat. You feel like you have to run. So if you're like walking on flat bits, you're just like, I'm wasting time here. And you get a bit, I start like panic a bit, thinking I should be moving quicker. Whereas when I'm in the hills and stuff, it's like, it's almost just grinding steadily, you know. And I think that's how you get longer stuff done, is just ticking over nicely rather than like blasting and burning out.
Yeah.
I can kind of manage 100 miles quite well. So my plan is always, I always go out fast, and everyone's like, oh, don't do that. It's like, save some energy. But I disagree, because I've done 3, which I front loaded, and it works. Because I always think, well, come the 90 miles, I'm going to be wrecked anyway. So why don't I use that freshness in the first 30, 40 miles, you know? So build a nice like chunk of time. Because I'll be dying anyway by the end. No. If I'm operating on like 2% or 5%, that's walking. But if I'm operating on like 90 or 95%, well, I can run fast, you know? So it's like, use it.
Yeah.
You know?
I've never heard anyone explain it like that, but I'm going to start using that for people more, because I like going out fast.
Yeah, just get out there, like.
I go out faster than I'm like, how long can I redline for? Like, hold that.
Yeah.
Like, that's how I've come top 10 in some ultras, is I'm like, well, if I just run really fast and build a lead, then I've got a little bit of time to play with, and then I'm just trying to hold on for dear life. Yeah. And then it gets to the point, like, when I did Ridham, 40k in, I was dying on my arse. I was not in a good place.
Yeah.
But I knew that I was top 10.
Yeah.
And then I was like, well, I don't want to let someone overtake me, because then I won't be top 10 anymore. So no matter how much I was dying, I was like, I've just got to hold on for this.
Yeah.
So it's just like, just keep pushing. It's 10k. You can do 10k, Will.
Yeah, exactly.
Whereas if I like had gone easier and then been like, yeah, maybe I'd have held on till like 45k and been top 20 before I died, but I'd still get to that 5k and then be like, oh, well, I'm not pushing to overtake anyone now.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to hold my top 20 position. And it's like, did I want to be top 20 or top 10? Like, which one is it?
Yeah.
So
just use it when you use your freshness, like, you know. And also, on something like 200 miles, if you get a nice chunk of that done in your first day, like psychologically as well, it's going to put you in such a good place, you know.
Yeah.
So say you get like, I don't know, 50 miles, 60 miles done. You know, you've only got 140 left then, but you're like, well, that's a hell of a chunk that I've done in a day, you know.
Yeah.
You're going to be in a good place. That's how I see it. And it, you know, I've done it 3 times and it's worked. You know, it works for me. I'm not saying it's going to work for everybody, but it works for me.
Yeah.
You know?
I think this is why I like doing the podcast with you, is because I feel like we're quite open to giving advice that most people wouldn't say.
Yeah.
We're like the unpopular opinions of trail running. Yeah, go out fast. Fuck it.
Yeah. Well,
don't give out medals. What are you on about? You don't need a medal.
People ask me, you know, and they're like, oh, what's your advice then? And I'm just like, nah, you don't want to ask me like my advice, because it's like, ask someone else, because my advice is not going to be like good for you. Like, you know. Yeah. yeah, I mean, just it's not that complicated, is it? It's running, you know. It's just running, like, you know. It doesn't have to be complicated.
It's not hard, guys. Just run.
It's not like it's not. It's just like it's over there. Move, keep moving. That's it.
I always found it funny when I was doing like rock climbing and stuff, and you've got the people like reading the routes at the bottom and they're trying to figure out the moves, and then they get on the wall and like when someone's like, oh, which way do I go, and then I'm just like, up. Go up. Yeah, get to the top. That's the goal. And then they're like, oh, how do I do it? I'm like, just go up. It's the same way. What do I do? How do I get there? And it's like, just run. You just that way. That's what the watch says. That way.
Yeah.
Run.
Exactly. And
fast, slow, whatever. Run.
Yeah. And I think lots of people overcomplicate it with like nutrition. I know we've got to eat. I know I'm stupid, like, but it's like, oh, what brand of stuff do you? I don't know. I don't care. Like, it's like, if it's got some electrolytes, now I'll eat it. You know, I don't know. Like,
yeah.
Like scientific wise, I just don't care. I'll eat like crisps and stuff. You know, I got no like. People are like, oh, I eat 60 grams of carbs every hour. And I'm just like, I've no idea. I just eat whenever I fancy it. You know, it's like, I'm terrible.
Yeah. See, I'm torn with things like that because I'm a coach.
Yeah.
And people ask me, and I'm like, oh yeah, like this is what the science says. And then they're like, do you do that? And I'm like, no. Do I fuck? They're like, what do you do, Will? And I'm like, well, I load up my bladder, my 2 litre bladder. I do this on like 50 Ks. Load up the bladder, 2 litres on my back of water, 2 flasks with electrolyte mix in.
Yeah.
Mostly just for flavour, to be honest, because
Yeah.
I get bored drinking water. And then I'm like, right, this pocket is all my squares bars, Mars bars, things like that.
Yeah.
This pocket is all my sweets.
Nice.
And then I'm like, cool. I don't really have to stop at an aid station. I check in and I'm like, is there anything nice that I want? Oh, like some pineapple.
Yeah.
Cool. Something fresh.
Yeah.
Just to change the taste in my mouth a bit. And then I'm off again within minutes. And they're like, oh, wouldn't it be better if you're carrying less and you top up your water more often and things like that? And I'm like, I just don't want to stop for long.
Yeah.
Like, the longer I stopped for, the less time I'm running for. So just keep running.
Definitely. Yeah.
Like, and it's not like the scientific approach. There's no like, this is how many carbs I'm having. I'm like, I'm hungry. I'll eat.
Yeah, that's what I do. Yeah.
Yeah.
When I'm like training, I'm awful. I'm a bit more disciplined on events because I know I need to finish. But like, I'll do some runs. I won't eat, you know, and I'll get back and my water bottles are half full, and I'm just like, you really need to be drinking more, you know.
I think it's good to practice both, right? So like, practice like, right, I'm just going to go on this run and I'm going to eat like a pig.
Yeah.
Because I know that I need to get the calories in when I'm on the event, so I need to know what it feels like to eat while I'm out running. But then there's also a need for like, there's 36 miles between checkpoints, and what if you run out of food and water?
Yeah.
How long can you last? So I think it's important to then be like, right, I'm going to do a long run and not have anything on me, and just know that, yeah, it sucks.
Yeah.
I can do it.
Yeah.
So then, like, because I'm sorry to call you out, Rich, but I can picture Rich on Wildhorse running out of food and having a complete meltdown because there's not a garage nearby or something. I love you, Rich, but like, I've never seen someone stop so much at shops before. Like, yeah.
Oh, I was shopping mine down Sirona, heavy like shop I passed because it was so warm.
Yeah.
I was just buying loads of like soft drinks and stuff, like Tango and Lilt and things. It was like, oh, lovely. Yeah, not food, just fluids, but yeah.
See, I've never really done a race long enough to warrant stopping at the shops.
Yeah.
Especially because like when I have done longer stuff, like I've got a crew, so then I'm just like, cool, like, can you get me this? Or
Yeah.
what's in the back of the car? So
Yeah.
but yeah, like that's wild to me when you get to race distances where it's like you can stop off at shops and still have a good chance of performing well.
Yeah, so what?
Imagine doing a 5K and being like, I'm just gonna grab a can of Coke quick. I'll still win, don't worry. Yeah. But, yeah.
Well, even funnier, I was chatting to this guy last year at like a short run, and Wildhorse came up obviously because that's all he talked about. And he's like, "Oh, so you like stop? Is in get a B&B?" And I was just like, "What?" It's like, "No, mate. It's like 200 miles non-stop. It's like there's no like stopping in a B&B for like the night." So I don't know where he thought it was, but yeah.
That's always the question I get when I say like, "Oh, I'm gonna do a 100-miler or a 300-miler." They're like, "Oh, like, where do you sleep though?"
Yeah.
And then I'm just like, "Well, on the 100-miler, I'm not really planning on sleeping."
Yeah.
They're like, "But that's gonna take like a week, no?" And I'm like, "People do it in like a day."
Yeah. Yeah.
Like you can go a while without sleeping. Like even if you do 2 days, do you need that much sleep? You're gonna feel rough. Don't get me wrong.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But you can do it.
Yeah, it's doable, like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have like you said earlier, lie down in a bush somewhere, put your phone on your face.
Well, I was thinking about this the other day. On the Mumbleston, I had about 10 minutes in the car. I didn't sleep under Dragon at all. And I had 8 or 9 minutes in Sirona. So that's like under 20 minutes across like the 300s I've done. You know. So you don't need to sleep, like, you know, you just don't.
Yeah.
Let's get on there.
Yeah.
Stop sleeping.
I do get it'll be a bit different on the 200. But they've got sleep stations, but it's not, like you're saying, it's not an Airbnb. It's probably a blow-up bed on the corner of a...
Camp beds usually, but
Yeah.
I've got a little orange storm shelter thing. I'm just going to chuck it in my pack. If I know, I'll keep it in my drop bag, and then if I know I'm going to like fall asleep in the night, I'll chuck it and I'll have a little kip.
Yeah.
No, it's nice and warm. I'm more than happy to sleep on the side of a trail, you know.
Yeah.
Like, cares, like.
I mean, look at me on the 6, like the amount of times I just lay anywhere.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm sleeping now, guys. Give me 2 minutes.
When you're that knackered, anything's comfy, like.
Yeah, you'll sleep anywhere.
Yeah. Yeah. I had a lovely, like, 9-minute nap. It was really nice. In, like, a sheep run, it was great. So, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna, like, take it more seriously and sleep when I need to sleep, if you know what I mean. So I'll probably try and do, like, more like an hour's sleep, if I can. You know, I don't want to be like a hero and, like, oh, I didn't sleep for 5 days. I mean, that's just crazy, you know. So I am planning on sleeping properly, if possible.
Yeah. Things like this do make me question how much damage are we doing to our bodies doing these things?
Oh, yeah.
Because, like, it does bug me in one sense, but it does make me curious in another sense where they're like, oh, you need 6 months to recover after doing a marathon. And I'm just like, what?
Yeah.
Did 24 ultras last year, like, are you okay? Who's written this?
Yeah.
But then it's also like, yeah, how much stress are we putting like our bodies under? And there's all this research about sleep and the importance of sleep and how even like just getting less than 6 hours sleep a night increases your chance of different illnesses by much. And it's like, yeah, when we're doing like these big events, like you're saying, like having like 10 minutes sleep, like people doing 200 miles with like less than half hour sleep across 4 days.
Yeah.
And then it's like,
your body gets ruined, like, you know.
But how recoverable is it? Then my next thing is like, yes, we're putting it under this stress and damage, but how much can we recover from that? Or are we creating irreparable damage? But then it's also like, are we also, because this research can only be done on like certain groups.
Yeah.
Like, how much have we then trained our body to be able to? Like, I think of Alex Honnold, the guy that did all the free solo climbing, and in his documentary, they were like, oh, well, we shown him like this picture of a thing that he should be scared of, and his amygdala didn't fire. Like, he's just born to be like fearless.
Yeah.
And then the amount of interviews that he's done afterwards where he's like, no, I've just spent years conditioning my body to deal in these high stress situations. So showing me a picture of something that should be scary, of course I'm not going to react to it, because I've spent years hanging off the side of a cliff.
Yeah.
Like, I'm conditioned for it, and that's just what his body's like now. And I'm like, how much can we impact our bodies like that with these challenges that we're doing, that are like putting our bodies through extreme stress? Like, when I first ran my first ultra, did I think I could do 24 in a year? Not a chance.
Yeah.
Did I train like loads for it, like over years? No. Like, I pretty much started training for the 6 in January.
Yeah.
By the end of the year, I've done 24. So
Yeah. No, it's interesting. Like, I mean, yeah. How are you ever gonna like study it? Would be interesting though.
Yeah, I'd be fascinated, because like, there's got to be a bit of both. There's got to be like, we are putting our bodies through some form of irreparable damage, but we are also adapting to be able to do more than, like, I haven't looked into the studies myself and looked at the target groups that they've got, but I bet these sleep studies weren't done on ultra runners.
Yeah.
I bet the recovery ones definitely weren't done on ultra runners, saying you need 6 months to recover from a marathon, because for a lot of us, that's like a training run now.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Like, I don't need 6 months after a marathon to recover.
No, back on the next day.
Yeah.
God.
So, I mean,
100
100-miler, you're doing 4 marathons essentially back to back without stopping.
Yeah.
You're not taking 6 months between each marathon.
But then again, so after the Mumbles one, I was in bits, like, you know, I was really like beaten up, and like psychologically as well, my mind was like mush. But the other two was fine. And after Sirona, I was like running on a Monday. So it's like, does that, you know, have I grown through, you know, and
yeah,
you know what I mean? Has my body adapted then to like the stupid distances? By the third one of the year, it's like, oh, doing this again, but it's fine, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, it's not as bad as the first one.
I'm really hoping that's the case, because I'm going from my first 100 in May to doing 300 in September. So I really hope it is like compounding of like, yeah,
exactly.
fine.
Yeah, it might be. It's definitely not for me, because, you know, because the Mumbles time was brutal, like. But by Sirona, I was like, yeah, this is okay, you know. And the recovery was much less.
Yeah.
You know. Because I was like stuck on, well, you know, it's like you're on like 199.9 miles or 197. It's like, right, well, I gotta go out now, and I do it 200, and I was running along fine, thinking, yeah, I mean, you ran 100 miles yesterday, and you're back out doing, you know, 3 miles, and it's like, feel alright.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe you do just get used to it.
Yeah. I definitely think you do, but like, at what cost? And when is it going to catch up with us?
Yeah,
which is probably
yeah.
what you was asking yourself when you was on the podcast last time, because you was like burning out.
Yeah.
And you was just like, yeah, I don't know how much longer I can keep this up for. And then you recovered and you've been all right since.
Yeah.
But it's like, is that going to catch up with us in later life? Don't know.
Well, as long as it's like, you know, the shitty years, it's okay then, you know.
I just want to delay those shitty years.
Yeah.
But I'm probably doing too much that I'm bringing it forward. So normally you'd start feeling a bit shitty around, what, 60, 70? I'm hoping to push that back to 80, 90. Realistically, it's going to be 40, Will.
Yeah.
Like, you got 10 more years.
Yeah.
Stop fucking your body up.
Nah, your peak years are ahead for, like, big endurance stuff, you know? I'm in my 40s, like, I feel great.
I hope that's the case, because I think I'm doing decent right now.
Yeah.
And I've just turned 30.
Yeah.
So I'm just like... But I will say, turned 30, ran an ultra on my 30th birthday. Great.
Yeah.
Felt fine. A week later, run an ultra, roll my ankle, injured in a boot.
Right. Yeah, nice.
Not a good start to my 30s. So I'm just like, running for me?
Yeah.
Am I too old now?
Just ride out 10 years now and you'll be fine then. Hit 40, you'll be solid.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I've set myself like a big year for my 30th. So
Yeah.
massive year. Kind of like your year last year.
Yeah, although yours is planned, isn't it? Mine was just like random last year.
True.
It was like,
You was just like, I want a big year. I don't know what that is yet.
yeah, I'll just do anything, you know.
Mine is like, I had a big year last year. How can I make it bigger? When does that thought process end?
Yeah, you're not going to do like 3 200 milers in a week or something, you know.
I mean, people are already suggesting I do the 200s back to back next year. Because then it goes like 200 miles in a week, then 300, then 400.
Yeah.
And then they're like, well, then after that, you might as well do all of the Pegasus events back to back. And I'm like, that's about 1,000 miles. Like, yeah, I might as well just run a lap of Wales by then.
Yeah.
Like,
No, there we go, yeah. Would you do something like that, like an FKT or something?
I thought about it. I did, at one point, I was really keen on doing a lap of the UK. Because I've looked at the FKT and I'm like, that is so doable. Like, it was completed by Lindsay Bell, who's a hiker, who I've tried getting on the podcast. We just couldn't work out times. But she's got the FKT for the Great British Coastal Path. And it's like 297 days.
Right.
And she said 52 of them were rest days.
Yeah.
So she's done it in like, say it's like 250 days total. And then I'm like, and you're walking.
Yeah.
So like, I was then doing the maths and I was like, well, if you run 50k a day, say like an average 50k for you, not pushing it, not gunning it, takes about 8 hours.
Yeah.
That's 16 hours for the rest of the day to sleep, recover, do whatever. You could work a job in that time. Like 200 days that'd take. You've beaten the FKT by almost 100 days.
Yeah.
You can chuck in some rest days in there if you want.
Yeah.
So,
Interesting. Yeah.
I mean, you could have a rest day every 10 days and it would still only take you 220 days.
Yeah.
So,
There we are.
you know.
I think you've already picked up next challenge, haven't you?
It's just good luck getting 200 days off work.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
And being able to fund food and crew and everything.
Yeah. That's it, and it's like someone driving a van or wherever. It's like
Petrol.
other people in there, you know. You need
Yeah.
other people, like. Yeah.
And then I was like, well, how quick could you then do it? And I'm like, well, say 50k takes 8 hours roughly. You could do 100k, 16 hours a day running, 8 hours sleep. Because realistically, if you're doing that, you're not doing anything else for the rest of the day. Doing like a 50k a day for 200 days running around the UK. You're not in a location where you're then just going to be like, I'm going to work now.
Yeah.
Like, you're doing a lap of a thing. Like, realistically, what are you going to be doing the rest of the day? I think I'd just be getting bored. So then I'd be like, I might as well keep running.
Yeah, just keep quiet.
I was like,
Yeah.
you'd probably be looking at, like, say it's 100k a day. 100 days. Why not?
Yeah.
And then just in my head being like, well, how much time could I realistically get off work? Could I take a month off? Could I do it in 30 days? And then, yeah, it's a dangerous game to play.
Yeah.
So then,
Yeah.
I've just been like, nah, not for me. Like,
Yeah.
I can generally get about a week off, and I'm like, cool.
Yeah.
I can do a big challenge in a week. As soon as it starts getting more than a week, then I'm like, okay, I either can't do this, or I'm gonna need to be a sponsored athlete so people can fund me doing this. Because if I'm not working, I'm not just like paying for like the whatever's happening in that time. I'm then not earning money for that time, self-employed.
Yeah.
So it's not, I don't get paid holiday. So if I'm not working, I'm not earning that money. So it's almost like I'm losing double because I'm paying for stuff and losing money. And it's just like, how long can you really afford 2 weeks off and still pay your bills? Probably not. Not for me anyway. Not right now. Who knows? Adventure athletes might blow up. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, should do.
One day.
Yeah, therefore.
I'll be like a multi-millionaire from the podcast, just like Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
Spotify will buy it out.
Nice, yeah. Yeah. It's the dream, like.
Yeah. I think that's like the real, when it comes to going back to amateur athletes, like we're saying, that's like the real limiting factor when it comes to the sort of bigger challenges that we do. Is it's like, I know a lot of people that probably could run across Africa.
Yeah.
Like physically and mentally. But like, are they willing to put the time and effort into sorting out the funding and the work? And no, they're like, oh, I've got a job.
Yeah, I can't be asked for that. Like, yeah.
How much time can I justify taking off? I can probably get away with taking a week or two off. Yeah, sound. Yeah. My boss will allow that. Like, quite happy with that. So then we're just limited by, this is our time window. This is what's achievable.
Yeah.
But no. Yeah. I find that more impressive though. Like, have you seen the Hardcore Harry's on Instagram? This Australian, they've got an app like all about like fitness and stuff, but they do challenges on there.
Right.
And they're doing, you've seen the 496 challenge.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Yes, you do 1k on the first, 2k on the second. They were doing that, but they're just going as a last man standing.
Okay.
So they're on like day 57, I want to say now. So like, I remember on like day 52, they did a call with someone that's like doing the challenge, is still in it, but he's not posting about it on Instagram. They're like, is this like a secret tactic that you're doing, and like trying to get in people's heads? And he's like, no, I just don't like posting. And they're like, oh, okay. Like, so no one really knows you're doing this challenge? He's like, no, I just fancied it. And it's like, oh, okay. They're like, you're running an ultra a day. Like, how are you managing to fit this in? And he's like, well, I get up at 4 a.m. and then I just run, and then I've got to the point now where I have to take an hour's worth of annual leave of work each morning to finish my run, so then I can still work. So he's using his just hour at a time annual leave to like keep the challenge going. And I'm like, I respect that so much more, because you're getting up stupid o'clock, running 50k, you're running an ultra every day, and then going to work.
No, I don't fancy that.
Oh, it's
fair play.
Yeah, normal people like that blow me away.
I know what you mean,
way more impressive than like Kipchoge running a 2-hour marathon in my eyes. As impressive as that is, and as much as I love Kipchoge, like,
that's all he does, in it. It's like,
that's his job, that's his life. These guys are just like, oh, I'm not even a sponsored athlete by like, in the smallest sense of people are sending me free stuff. I'm not even posting about it. I just fancied the challenge that you guys set, and I'm in the like top 5 now. I think he is.
Class.
But, wild.
Yeah, fair play.
Yeah, I love things like that. Just, that's why I love like your Prom 100 and Plod's Roundabout 100 and things like that.
Yeah, that roundabout was hilarious. Watching the video, it's just, what was it, like 300 odd meters or something a lap?
320 meters, I think, per lap.
That is wild. Yeah, that's wild.
So he did about, what's that, for like 500 laps?
That's pretty impressive. Like, I'm not doing that. Nah.
Sure?
Nah. Definitely not.
What about round a track?
I'd have a go there. Yeah, I've quite fancy that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would definitely be interested in that. Yeah.
Saturday.
Yeah. No, I'll
come support.
Yeah, I would have a go with the track one, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah. Fair play to you both. But that's what I mean, like, I find that way more impressive, because it's like, you didn't make it like a massive song and dance about it. Like, you mostly posted because, like, you wanted to let all your, like, friends know. Like, in our community, be like, oh, cool, look at this thing I'm doing. Like, this is cool, innit? It wasn't like you're, like, showboating or trying to get sponsorship or...
No.
Like, you wasn't even fundraising, were you?
No.
Like, you was just like, this is a cool challenge.
Yeah.
Like, come join me if you want, guys.
Yeah, come down, like, nice part of the world,
Yeah, and it's just like the fact that you're just doing that off your own back, your own motivation. like you're doing it all, like you don't expect to crew in or anything. You're just like, oh, it's my thing.
Yeah.
I want to do it. I don't want to put people out. Like,
I hate that.
yeah,
It's like, yeah, because there's a few people I'd like to have come run with me, but I just don't want to like bother them, you know. So I just crack on, get on with it. Innit? Just get
Yeah.
on with it.
no, that's fair. But like, yeah, it's way more respectable because it's like you can tell, like, with people like you, it's just genuine. Like, there's no ulterior motives to it. Like, you're just like, I enjoy doing this thing.
Yeah.
It's what I like doing.
It's true, yeah, it is. It's like I actually like enjoy it.
Yeah.
I think I'm one of the like weird ones.
I think in a way we all are, but like everyone enjoys it for different reasons, right? Like yours is just a genuine enjoyment for being out there. Some people enjoy the attention that it brings and being like, look at the thing I've achieved.
Yeah.
Some people enjoy like seeing how far they can physically push their body and be broken.
Yeah.
Like, and I don't think there's necessarily anything wrong with any of them. They're just different forms of enjoyment. Like, I know that I don't enjoy going out and doing the runs that you do like you do. Like, I very much love the challenge aspect and being like, how far can my body take me and like past its breaking point and still survive, and like what is that physical limit?
Yeah.
Not a lot of people will enjoy that. I get it. Like, it's hard.
Yeah.
And it's tough, not just physically but mentally, to keep putting yourself in that place and be like, I'm really digging here. And I especially find it like, I had that bad run that I was telling you about where I was going to do a recce of a Epona, didn't end up happening. The amount that I then beat myself up about it, because I'm like, well, I did 6 ultras in 6 days. I'm like mentally tough.
Yeah.
Why aren't I that mentally tough now? And you just can't hold that all year. But as soon as things go wrong, it's like, it really digs in at me. Whereas like, you're just like, oh, I enjoy it. I'm not enjoying it today. I'm going to stop. Way healthier approach.
Yeah. It's good.
Yeah, just...
Yeah, everyone's different, aren't they? You know, some people love going like dark places and that. It's fine, like, you know.
Yeah.
I like to be, you know,
Sunshine.
whistling, doing my fashion show.
Oh, I love your fashion shows. Just every time you're doing an ultra, I'm like, right, what outfit changes is he on? And you're like, outfit number 4, I got this shirt on, your flannel shirt, and then you got like you've changed your shoes to match, and class.
I'll put it out there though, I am taking a piss, like, you know.
100%.
You know, I'm not like the fashion guy. I'm just taking the piss. You know, it's just something I do.
But it's hilarious. I
enjoy
love it.
You know?
I remember like one of my clients who like you met briefly.
Yeah.
She started following you from, I think it was from your last podcast actually, and then she was saying about like, because you're like quite deadpan as well. So like you was having a rough time on an ultra or something, and you're there being like, oh my god, like this is miserable.
Yeah.
Like, I hate running, blah blah blah. And then the next one, you're doing your fashion show, and she was just like, I thought he was like this really like deadly serious, like super intense person. Then the next minute he's doing a fashion show, and she found it funny.
Yeah.
I find it funny, like every time I watch it, because it is that stark contrast of like completely serious and then fashion shows and just laughing and singing and doing just all sorts of nonsense.
And moaning.
Yeah.
I do moan a bit.
Yeah.
You know, that's another part. My wife's always like, stop moaning and ranting. It's like, you know, it's part of it.
Oh, 100%. I love a rant.
So I think I was moaning about pebbles on Serona because it was like pitch black on this bloody beach. And, you know, like massive pebbles. You couldn't run. It was flat. So I was like, oh, I could make up some time here. Nah. Massive pebbles. I was just like, oh, for fuck's sake. Like, you know. So I obviously do a little video then, having a moan.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then, you know, 10 minutes later again. Different terrain.
The sun's come up, maybe.
Your mood's changed. You know, I'm happy again. So.
Oh, I honestly, I love it. Like, I love watching your stories of you doing ultras because, like, you have no idea what mood you're going to be in, what you're going to get. It's like a mystery box, just like...
I was in a stinking mood when we started Serona. I was in a filthy mood for about 30 miles.
I think that's the one that she was following you on, because, yeah.
Yeah, I was in a stinker. I think one of my first one was like, oh yeah, I'm up some mountain, there's a bit of sea. See you later. It's like, cheer up, like, you know.
Oh, it's all part of it though. Like, you're gonna have those ebbs and flows. I just love how, like, you'll post no matter what, because, like, most people, they're like either post one or the other. They won't post both. It's like, right, I'm showing you, like, how bad it can get, and I'm showing you that I'm in a state and I'm still gonna finish.
Yeah.
Or it's like, look how amazing ultra running is.
Yeah.
Like, yay. And it's like, you rarely see the both. I think the only other person that I really see go into, like, the depths of it is Plod, when he's doing his 10%.
Therefore, yeah.
Because it's like, oh, like, 10%, woo, Wales. And then it's like, oh, 30%, I'm really ill.
Really straight, yeah.
Wales.
Yeah.
And then, like, 60%, he's like, yeah, Wales, I'm feeling better. And then it'll be like 90%, I'm dead. Like,
yeah, he's therefore authentic, like, so that's good. Yeah,
it's so up and down, though. And it just, same as you, it shows the variety of emotions you experience on an ultra.
Yeah, I'm going to have to pick, I might do a poll about how often to do Wildhorse updates, you know, because on 100 I'll do I tend to do maybe like 10 miles or something, but I don't want to do every 10 on Wildhorse because I'll be like 20 updates. Heaven will be like our guts full by then.
Oh no, I'd love it. No. Do it every mile for all I care. I would watch the whole thing.
Might do every 25, but there's 8 opportunities for, like, outfits, you know. I was joking, my, like, wife will be pulling in, you know, one of those racks with all the clothes on, like, you know.
That would be class. That's why you don't have a crew, because you'd be like, right, I need a fashion show.
Yeah.
Roll me out a red carpet, boys.
Yeah, into the community hall, you know, where's the red carpet?
I would pay to see that, I can't lie.
Funny.
That'd be class. King Paul has arrived. Where's his outfit?
Get the shirts out. Get the shirts
Catwalk,
out.
please.
Oh,
class.
Yeah.
Right, what's the next big thing after Wildhorse then? I know you haven't really planned a lot, but, like, have you got anything in mind?
Yeah, I got a couple penciled in. So there's, like, something up in Snowdonia, but again, it's deciding more like distance, you know.
Yeah.
You know, some of the UTMB stuff's good, but I hate them. So I'm refusing to take part in a UTMB event, you know.
Fair.
Which is, you know, I'm stitching myself up a bit there, but I don't care. You know, I'm sticking to my principle and I won't be doing it. So there's, like, GB Ultras, there's a couple. I think they do a Snowdonia one.
Yeah.
So I fancy doing a big one, maybe 100 there. And otherwise, the Black Beacon is definitely going to happen. That's 100 in November. So that, maybe another 200 perhaps, but it depends how, like, wrecked I am.
Yeah.
You know. So, nothing concrete. A few ideas.
Yeah, just seeing how you go after the big one.
Because there's no way I'm going to sign up to lots of stuff and then have to pull out, you know,
Yeah.
But I mean, it's so early in the year anyway, Wildhorse, because it's a month earlier than usual. I'm going to have plenty of time to decide what I want to do the rest of the year, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have a nice chunk off, like a month off at least. Then see what happens, innit, you know.
Yeah.
Because I'm quite good at just doing something and then being like, right, that's done. Let's just move on, you know. You know, and it's nice to reflect, but also there's other stuff to do, you know. Just go and do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a bit like, oh, I've done it now. Cool.
Yeah. Well, it was like Serona. I finished. I sat down, I had a beer, I had a chill for like an hour, and then I just went home. It was like, shouldn't this be like more dramatic? You know, it was just like nothing, you know.
Yeah.
But I like that. So, yeah, it's good.
Nice.
Yeah.
Going back then to when you first came on the podcast and I asked you about your call to adventure and everything. Going back to the person where that call happened, what advice would you give them that you've learnt from this whole journey of the many ultras you've done.
Yeah, I think it's probably to put in the work beforehand. So, like, you know, I used to cycle and stuff, but then I do loads of events, but I wouldn't put much training in. So the training would be the event, if you know what I mean. And when I first started running, it was always, you know, you do a couple of months, you get somewhere, and then you ease off, and it was always like day zero again. So I think now I've been running consistently now for what, probably 3 years, like without a break. I feel now I've got like a chunk of fitness inside me that will see me through stuff. So basically, put in the work, because you can't blag it, like, you know, when you're starting to get big distances, you just can't blag them, like, you know, you can't. You can rock up. I rocked up for a half marathon when I was, you know, Cardiff half, first one I ever did. You know, it took me like 2.5 hours. You know, I'd never even run a 10k before, you know. You can get away with it.
Yeah.
It's a horrible experience, and I don't want those horrible experiences again. I want to turn up in good shape, you know.
Yeah.
So it would be that. Put in the work, basically.
Nice. I like it.
You're gonna enjoy it more.
Yeah.
Quite simply, like, you know. Yeah.
No, that's a good bit of advice. Solid. Right, thank you for coming on. Really appreciate your time. Great to see you again, mate. That's what this has been, just a catch up.
Catch up, yeah, definitely,
so, yeah. I'm pretty sure I'll see you at Wildhorse, because I'm crewing, so...
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, you'll see me there. And yeah, probably see you at some other events throughout the year. So.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Nice one.
Cheers.
Thanks again for listening to another episode of the Adventure Athletes podcast. If you want to find out more about what we do at Adventure Athletes, head over to adventureathletes.co.uk and you can sign up to all of our events. You can sign up for coaching both in person and online. You can sign up for sports massage. You can sign up for outdoor activity days like the National Three Peaks and get guided by one of our expert guides. So just head over to adventureathletes.co.uk and don't forget to help us spread the word of the podcast. Give it a like, give us a follow, give it a share it with your friends, your family, your mum, your dad, your cat, your nan, everyone you can imagine, because the more views and the further we spread this podcast, the more I can keep this going. There's been a few times in the past 3 years where I've been so close to giving up, and it's all been made possible by you guys and your guest recommendations and giving us listens, giving us support so we can keep going. The more we can spread this, the bigger and better the podcast can get. Until next time, guys.